Welcome on back from that advertisement, and thank you so much for those who have rated and joined. Janet for the raid a while ago, Mick Johnson for subscribing. Thank you as well, Bill Decoder for the sub just recently. It's absolutely helpful that all y'all are here to support. Right now I teach otherwise, and streaming has actually become something that is doing more to support me these days than teaching, which is kind of a little bit sad, but hey. I'm not gonna say no. We do use the money to cover prizes for Kuso6rande and to keep me and Justin fed over here, so it is very much appreciated. Let's go ahead and jump to the game reveal for the last game. And I would like you all to welcome on in one of our game masters, one who I really like some of the strangeness that we see from him, and honestly, I think he has a taste in games that I tend to find a little bit more enjoyable and fun to play. Please welcome on in, Tristan! Tristan! I think this is the picture you want to use. Hello there!
Hello.
Tristan, how are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I've been having a staring contest with this dancing plush becursed stoned Kuso6rande K on your overlay.
We should make a plushie out of this.
I was about to say, when can I get my own stoned Kuso6rande K pillow?
Well, I don't know. I don't want one.
This is like the epitome of a wizard did it, except the wizard's at the top of a tower built out of crap games.
Now, the scary thing is that this model that you see, yeah, the eyes are also on the back of it. So, it sees into the past and the future.
Oh no.
Yeah. It's Photoshop. I made it in Photoshop. Even the animation.
It's impressive. I thought you had maybe made that in Blender.
I am making a Blender model for sure. Why? Because I don't know. I'm dumb. I'm dumb, and I'm making a Blender model. But yeah, we'll have to see if I do anything interesting with Crappy. Everybody named him Crappy. That's his name now.
That's fitting. How do you follow a Jeff game? I don't know.
Yeah. What are you bringing to us today?
I'm bringing you clowns. So
Oops, I revealed it.
It's Crazy Chase. This is a remake of Kid Clown and Crazy Chase for the SNES. This game is twice as long and slightly worse. Okay. And I think a large amount of the Kuso value when this comes from trying to play it blind, because it's one of those games where if you know what's coming, it's fine. But our racers don't know what's coming, so...
Yeah, I tend to agree. I know nothing about this game, though.
It's a downhill runner where all of the animations are super long and fluid, and it's like, oh, that's cute, it looks good, it's cool looking. The player character has this really sweet animation where he does a wild take at the boulder rolling after him, except you're racing to the bottom of this hill and your time is bleeding away while all these animations are going off.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
oh my gosh. So is this sort of an auto runner type game?
Yes, it's an auto runner, but you have control over your speed, and generally your ability to get to the end of the course quickly comes down to how willing you are to speed up and how many obstacles you do or don't hit.
Okay. Fun. Well, I really have not found too many Game Boy Advance games that stand out to me as being interesting. There are a lot of bad ones, but they tend to be bad boring. I hope this game manages to pass my expectations.
I had described this as an entire game that's like the 1010 Avalanche level. But I think a better description is Back to the Future, except you're running toward the player instead of up.
It almost seems like Pepsi Man.
Pepsi Man is a good one too.
I feel bad that that's actually a description I can use to describe this game, but yeah, there you go. Possibly a Pepsi Man-like.
Under the technical definition of Pepsi Man like, I don't know. You would have to like ask some scholar of Pepsi Man likes. It might be a Pepsi Man Light.
Oh my gosh. Please shut up. Don't. You know, I was thinking of going and looking up like exactly like how people came to that description, that name. And I don't know. I don't know if I care enough to even do a simple Google search.
That is a very long, involved, and angry process to the delineation between like roguelite and roguelike.
Yeah. Well, I think roguelike is very specific, and roguelite is like, hey, we took one or two of these features and that's about it.
You're correct, but then you get into like the 5 different elements of what makes a roguelike and how important they are, and oh goodness, that is an argument I will willingly engage in for hours, so we probably just shouldn't go there.
Yeah, we can do that another day, maybe when we have something relevant on screen.
Yes.
Well, I'm about to do the countdown, so what emotes should chat spam?
If you got clowns, you know, clowns are, well, they're not good, but they're apt for this.
Okay, bombs. I see bombs.
Bombs, card suits, you know, hearts,
Sonic.
clubs,
I mean, we've got rings and everything.
They're coins. Coins are rings.
Then what are the rings at the top right?
Oh, that's just a HUD indicator for the items you have to pick up.
Ah. Oh, okay. Yeah, the coins and rings are basically the same anyway, you know?
Yeah.
Punch Mario hard enough and his coins will fly out.
So you can kind of see what's going on here. You got to get to the bottom of the hill. You have a health gauge, which is not very relevant and becomes relevant over time as you get further into the game. You know, things take more health. The more important thing, especially early in the game, is the bomb fuse at the bottom, where you are racing a bomb fuse that's burning down, because for some reason the enemy clown sets up a bomb and then lays out a mile-long fuse and then lights it, because that's what clowns do.
I mean, I would if I were a
clown. Put the fuse out. You have to run to the bottom of the hill and then kick the bomb away.
Yeah, honestly, it looks like... I'm glad that you can actually see the spark of the fuse while it is near you.
So I want to point out something right quick. Skytrap just missed an orb with a heart in it. This attempt on this level is now dead. They will get to the bottom of the level, they will finish the level, and then they will start the level over with a message going, oh no, not again, because they didn't get all 4 card suits.
Oh no, did you tell them they need to get all 4?
Yes. That was very explicitly in the notes I gave them.
That is overly cruel.
It is. Also, this pickup that Skytrap has found is a fake and just knocks you down.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say right now that the game is kind of interesting, but is definitely, oh my gosh, a little extra.
It's very well animated. This is the inferior port. The SNES version has much better animations and graphics, in my opinion. So we see Moggs got to the bottom and a thing popped up saying, you know, showing, hey, you missed one of the 4 pickups, and Kid Clown is running back to the top of the hill. Fortunately, you get to keep the 3 you've picked up, so you don't completely reset the stage.
Yeah, Wind Rider Shiva actually didn't collect any of them.
Well,
so hopefully she is able to piece together exactly what you need on this attempt.
I want to theorize that what it shows you at the end of the stage is pretty self-explanatory. The 4 pickups in the HUD, if you have any, come down to the middle of the screen, and then the ones you don't have begin to flash.
Hmm.
And I hope that's explanatory, but I did tell them you have to get all 4.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, Skytrap has 2 out of 4. Still, if I think it's fine that if you only collect a couple of them, you know, it still is a worthwhile run because you got, I don't know, half, 3/4 done.
Yes, except if you don't one loop every single level, you don't get the good ending.
Well, are we gonna see the ending?
Let me
in this
correct
game?
myself. You don't get a 50% chance at the good ending.
What?
So I don't think we're gonna see the end, but I want to explain this because it's good. There are 3 possible endings. The idea behind the story is you're trying to rescue like the clown princess or something. Every level you finish, you get a key. And every level you finish perfectly in one loop, getting all 4 pickups, you also get a heart. When you get to the end of the game, you have, in this version, 11 keys, in the original version, 5. And you find the clown princess is trapped in a cage with either 10 or 22 keyholes. The correct keyhole to open the cage is random. You have a 50% chance, and maybe roughly, because you have half as many keys as there are holes, and if you don't get it right, you get the bad ending, regardless of your performance otherwise.
Oh,
If you do guess correctly, if you got all the hearts, you get the good ending. If you didn't get all the hearts, you get a mediocre ending.
That is not okay.
For the purposes of scoring this, I told the racers, in the event that someone finishes the game, what ending you get doesn't matter, because that would be needlessly cruel to stake who wins the match on a coin flip of do you open the cage or not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Time's up. Aw, punching their heads. That's mean. I love it. It's like you either get the best or the worst ending, or mediocre or worse. There's just no possibility of mediocre or best. It's just always, the worst is always a possibility.
That's correct. And isn't that the theme of Kuso6rande?
Yeah.
The worst is always a possibility.
The worst is always a possibility, yes.
Everyone's on stage 2 now. Skytrap is doing the bonus stage just before the start of stage 2. And then the difficulty suddenly turns up. You have no warning on these falling boulders. I couldn't figure out how to avoid them. I just want you to keep in mind as you're watching all these really fluid multi-second damage animations that you're racing the fuse to the bottom of the hill. And just imagine how frustrating it is to be neck and neck with the fuse, and then a boulder falls on you and you lose 3 seconds to his little, like, flat and then pop up and shake his head animation.
Yeah!
Like, look at how long these animations are. Like, and they're constant, always. Something's hitting you.
Well, that's sort of the point, I feel, you know? Avoid getting hit, or you're going to have to sit through one of these long animations and lose time.
It is, but it's this horrific experience in taking away your player agency, because yes, you made a mistake to cause this, but it feels so bad.
Look, it's torturing a clown, and I am all for that.
Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm not the biggest fan of clowns here.
I imagine a lot of people aren't.
Yeah.
The funny thing is the long vertical wall that Moggs just passed, the faster thing to do is just take a hit and fall down it than do it properly. So every now and then just taking a hit's the faster option. Unfortunately, here in stage 2, health kinda starts to matter. All of our racers are on low health already, practically.
Wait, so I'm seeing that the Super Nintendo game came out in 1994. This came out in 2002.
Yep.
8-year difference, and this still has, like, not as good animations.
Yeah, one of the things that really made the Super Nintendo version decent for its time was the animation quality was really good. But this coming out 8 years, 10 years later, the animation quality is expected, it's baseline, it's not amazing for its console anymore. So there goes the one positive trait this game had. What they did in 8 years was double the number of levels, because the original game could be beaten in 20 minutes. And that's not even a speed run. That's just, once you know the game, you can finish it in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
This one has twice as many levels, but they are recycles of the tile sets. So they're not even like really new levels.
Let me just go ahead and say that I kind of am not too surprised. It was made by Kemco. They also made all of the Crazy Castle games, or at least several of the Crazy Castle games. They did a lot of recycling when it came to video games around this time. So yeah, that's what we've got. Ideas coming back. Oh, they made Super Troll Islands. Yeah, that's all you need to know about Kemco. They made
Wow, yay.
Yeah. So the original game, though, I don't know exactly who made it. Let me take a look and see if I can find information about the staff for this. It does look like, oh my gosh, they've got the stupid titles for everybody. Those who wrote the rockin' tunes. Yeah, thank you. That's special. Like, the music in this is pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, the music and the graphics are pretty solid. Playing it is an exercise in masochism, in my opinion. This is one of the games I bounced off of pretty hard.
Oh, they did NES Superman. That explains why they're full of crap. Okay.
Oh,
However,
no.
This game, here's the deal. I would say that frustrating, yes, but it looks good. It sounds good. What about the controls?
The controls are very stiff. You seem to kind of have full control over where you are, like laterally in the pathway, but it seems like your hitbox snaps between 3 or 4 different states despite where your sprite is.
Okay.
And it results in a lot of very strange feeling interactions, things that you didn't think should hit you, hitting you and whatnot.
Oh no, one of the people who programmed this game also worked on Draken.
Good.
And, yeah. Well, there's that.
I love this collapsing bridge, by the way. If you go in the lava, you can't get out again. You land on the bridge and it collapses out from under your feet again. Oh. And you'll notice we have 2 people right now who have no health. They will not actually KO until they land on solid ground.
So this isn't the only game that stars Kid Clown. There's also Kid Clown in Nightmare World. I don't know why it's the mayor of the night, but, gotta be a mayor somehow, I guess. Released on the NES in 1993, from what I see here.
That's pretty late.
Yeah. The next Kid Clown game came out the next year, so or the Super Nintendo one. Strange that they would think that, it would still be worth publishing a an NES game. Never okay to publish a clown game, but NES game, yeah, 93, a little weird.
So everyone's having fun with stage 2. Do keep in mind that we're just trying to get to the end of stage 2. Our racers still have to get the 4 card suits. Now, Scrambles is set. If he can finish the stage, he'll move on, but I think everyone else has missed at least one. So we're looking at, even if everyone finishes the stage now, another attempt at this for everyone but Scrambles.
Oh yeah, for sure. Now, what's interesting as well, for one of the people who worked on the graphics, they were one of the designers for Final Fantasy X, as well as an artist for The Bouncer, and background artist for Chocobo Racing.
That's all fine and good. That's, he went places.
I mean, The Bouncer isn't necessarily a good game, but it looked pretty good.
And, well, that's an artist, so,
Yeah. If you're doing the art for The Bouncer, I think you can still put that on your resume, and it's going to be completely fine. Yeah, main graphic designer for Draken also worked on this. Oh, how about graphics for Bugs Bunny Birthday Blowout? Yeah, the graphics for that weren't exactly great per se. Uh-oh, somebody is calling me out and saying the bouncer is good. I thought people said that the bouncer was bad. Is it not bad?
I never played it.
Well, Wind Rider Shiva is going to heaven. JK. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Kata says it's dreadful and everybody else loves it.
There are bonus levels, and you find most of the bonus levels by like deliberately running into very obvious obstacles. They give you power-ups. You can get invincibility and higher speed, which why would you want more speed in this game? I don't know. But
yeah, it seems like we have enough of that already. Wind Rider Shiva is really struggling with this sidewalk section, or the collapsing pathway section.
How do you like every 2 seconds?
Yeah. I do like that there is a section in the credits for the original Crazy Chase game for those crazy Americans in Redmond.
Oh. So Scrambles is on the 3rd stage, which is even more of an auto-scroller than before, because in these stages where you're riding on a minecart, you can't stop at all. You can stop while on foot, but you cannot in these.
Mm-hmm.
And that's 3 out of 4 card suits found back to the top for Scrambles.
Oh, yeah. This game is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I feel like this perspective, although interesting, I don't think is really a perspective that you want to use a lot in video games, because it only gives you a limited amount of time to really see what's coming up.
Yep. That's one of the biggest problems with this game, especially since a lot of the obstacles are deliberately designed to not come at you from the bottom of the screen. Like the boulders here in stage 2, you're halfway to where they fall and then suddenly the shadow appears. What do you do?
And the pathway just fell for Shrambles. Thank you, video game, for being fair and unbiased.
So here's the bad news. I think that balloon that Scrambles is gonna miss is what has the 4th card suit in it.
Seriously? Can you just can't change tracks, can you? Or
no, you have to go to an interchange.
Okay. That's fun. That's absolutely game design for you. Well, like, I've got a lot to complain about with this game, but I feel like it's more to complain about when it comes to what is it? When it comes to what? What am I talking about? Because I'm complaining about this. I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, if I were just playing this on my own and not in a race setting, I'd probably have fun with this. Gonna be honest, like, this looks fun.
This is one of those games where I imagine within an hour, a lot of the racers will have a grasp of it and it won't seem that bad. I'm purely in it for the first, like, 45 minutes where everyone's just bonking into everything and going, what the heck? What's going on? Why am I here?
Oh, yeah. I do wonder, though, Mox appeared to get to the end of the stage, but it was the previous stage and they still moved on to the next one? I'm not completely sure how progress is working in this. Maybe I'm just delusional. I thought that Moggs got to the end of the stage without all of the suits and still moved on to stage 3, but apparently that's not true.
Yeah, that shouldn't be possible. I would entertain that I'm wrong, but I would presume they got all 4.
I would say that I probably just wasn't paying enough attention. Yeah, chat is saying that they got all 4. Okay, chat, I'm just being dumb. It's okay. Stage 4 for Shrambles. Now, how many stages are there total?
There are, I believe, 11 or 12.
Oh, cool.
Brambles is blowing through this game. I'm actually surprised. So, welcome to our favorite mechanic in any game. Ice physics.
My gosh, they finally figured out a way to get ice physics into the Binding of Isaac, and it made me so mad.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So, as I understand, the ice physics do two things. One, you can't stop completely. And two, when you move laterally, you will slide for a little bit further than you're pressing the button. Oh no.
I think Shrambles, was a little bit in trouble, but there we go. Okay, through. Squished a little bit, and then plows right into the next block. The spark is catching up, Shrambles.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Like, this is so frustrating to just watch, let alone play.
I don't know. I love it. You know what this makes me think of, actually? Another game that you've given out. Oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. The Heisei Tensei Bakabon.
Yeah, with the really fluid animations and stuff.
Yeah, really fluid animations, but also it definitely took time to show you the comedy of taking damage. And this does very similar things as well. I'd say... You keep saying that it's frustrating. I think it's only frustrating in... No, I suppose trying to beat the fuse, yeah, that would be frustrating. But part of it means that, if you take damage, you'll possibly get flustered and feel like, hey, I have to rush and thus make more mistakes. So the frustrating part of it is actually an inherent part of the gameplay and purposeful, rather than on accident.
Yeah, I don't dispute that, but you can do something on purpose and it be a call that damages the gameplay experience. And it did for me, anyway.
Okay, to be fair, I haven't played this, so that makes sense.
Brambles has all 4 suits and has reached the end of the stage. Holy crap.
Trambles is doing especially well. Got a heart. Oh no. He's eating people's hearts.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
I don't think Scrambles has gotten a heart on every stage so far, so good ending is out the window, but we don't care about the good ending. It's fine.
Mediocre is good enough. Oh, now we're golfing.
The ending is fine. If you get to the end, I'll be surprised.
Oh,
so
we're golfing, and immediately this game is better than, or is too good for GDQ, as soon as you add golf. What? Right in front of his face.
Oh no.
That is very rude. I am a huge fan of the music in this game, though. I gotta be real. This is good music.
Yeah, the music's great. This is definitely one of those games where it has its problems, but you can still extract fun from it, which is what I tend to give out in round 1.
Yeah, I'm wondering... All the players are trying to play the minigames, and I'm not sure that's necessarily the best decision. If you can get extra lives or something that will prolong the gameplay, then maybe it's a good choice. But
the bonus games here are entirely a waste of time because you have infinite continues in this remake.
Yeah, that seems like... Yeah, you definitely would want to get those over with as soon as possible. So get into the flying areas, just crash ASAP. Shramble's doing one of them right now.
So there's 2 types of bonus things. There's the bonus games at the end of the stage, which are the mini golf and the whack-a-mole. And then there's these scrolling things like Scrambles is on. These can end in power-ups, which include things like invincibility and super speed.
Okay.
These are possibly worth doing.
Gotcha. Yeah, you wouldn't really know what the power-up is until you get it. But yeah, I agree that it would be worth trying at least a little bit, and if you get something that feels worthwhile, fantastic. I don't know what this slip thing is that Tramble's got, but I don't think that's helping.
You know what? I don't know either.
I tend to think that might have been a downgrade.
I actually legitimately do not know what that does. I did not get one.
As it turns out, there isn't too much information on the internet about this game. That's not too surprising. I don't imagine that tons of people played this port especially. But yeah, even the Super Nintendo one, no FAQ exists on game FAQs, and that's game facts.
I like how Moggs applied the strategy for golf of hit the ball as hard as you can and pray it bounces somewhere helpful. It paid off. I know I've applied that strategy in Meat Space mini golf before.
Oh, yeah. You know, the scariest thing I think about this game, not the boulders, not the cacti popping up on the minecart, it's the clown itself. Because clowns... Like, this one is a little less scary just because he looks like he's a kid, but kid clowns grow up to be adult clowns.
I don't mind clowns, and I feel like that's a minority thing. Like, I'm in the minority, at least among, like, Americans and stuff, in that opinion.
Like, the only acceptable clowns are the Cirque du Soleil clowns, okay? They're okay. But otherwise, nah. So Chad is asking, why does Shramble start with such little health?
Probably because they ended the prior stage with that little health, which I guess would be a purpose for the between stage mini games, is you can get health refills from them. Krusty the Clown. Krusty the Clown is a problem, but not like scary. I mean, to me anyway. I understand there are people who have phobia of clowns, but
so I have an important question on Yahoo Answers.
Oh no.
Can clowns have babies? This is in the pregnancy and parenting section 10 years ago. Can clowns have babies? I've never seen a clown newborn in the hospital where I work in the maternity ward.
And this is why Yahoo Answers is going away.
Oh, apparently they have to get married or have a baby with an anti-clown, aka a goth. Okay, so that makes sense. When is Yahoo? No, Yahoo Answers never go away. I have to get... At least it's in read-only mode. There will be no other changes, but it gets shut down on May 4th. Well, I gotta juice this as much as possible then.
Goth clowns are juggalos.
Oh my gosh. Are clowns going extinct? I like this question. Okay, are clowns going extinct? I haven't seen a clown in years. They used to be numerous when I was growing up. You could see them on TV. They would come to my birthday parties. Come to my birthday parties. That means that, one, you've had multiple parties where you remember clowns coming, and two, you kind of miss them.
You know, clowns are definitely endangered after the great purging from the, you know, resurgence of cannibals in the 1980s. There's not many clowns left. Fortunately, they're making a resurgence because all the cannibals realize they taste funny.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Honestly, I think John Wayne Gacy might have to deal with a little bit of the reason why clowns aren't super popular these days, but that's a story for another time.
God.
Yeah, this answer says clowns are not going extinct. The industry has evolved over the last decade, and I have some interesting interviews coming soon about that topic on our website, www.allaboutclowns.com.
Mox got licked by a ghost.
Oh, not the ghost.
Have you ever been licked by a ghost? It's a chilling experience.
Yes, I have.
Ah.
I licked it back. It's fine. This is why I love why I love Yahoo Answers, because we get great questions like that. Are they going extinct? What else can I found? What else can I found? Did I really just say it that way? That one I can't read out loud.
I mean, you can. There's nothing stopping you.
I'm
You
not
probably
going
shouldn't,
to.
though.
I'm not going to. Activities for a clown? What? Okay, I will be dressing up as a clown for our school's annual picnic. I would like to do some activity. I cannot juggle or make balloon animals. Oh, you're gonna suck so bad. And I don't really have
Sorry,
time
you're a
to
bad
learn
clown.
those things before the picnic. There will be other people there face painting, so I can't do that. Any suggestions about what I could do? Thinking I could be a storytelling clown. Anything else you can think of? Go home. Okay, the preschool doesn't need you there.
In a past life, before running Kuso6rande, Brostintia was a clown critic. Of course, from what I've heard, Brostintia is still a clown critic.
In every life.
Yeah.
People are pointing out, by the way, that Shrambles is in an almost unwinnable state. And yeah, this is one thing that makes this very frustrating. I didn't realize this until now, that because HP carries over from level to level, including after dying.
Yep, you can get hosed.
After game over, your HP stays the same. So Shrambles, while he made a lot of progress early on, Shrambles is in trouble.
So there's a couple of things here. First of all, the SNES version of this gives you finite continues. You only get 3. So that's not an issue in the SNES version. It is here, obviously.
Yeah, it is. If you continue, you should get full health. There. If you die
You
and
should.
have to continue, why would you start with the health that you had before? That makes no logical sense. You're literally dying and using another life. Possibly like some child's soul that you just absorbed in order to continue your clownly existence. You
Yeah,
should
so-
definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but you have finite continues, so you game over and have to start the game over instead of getting stuck like this. The second thing is that this game auto-saves every time you finish a stage. Now, I don't know if it auto-saves your health. I didn't check that. I did tell them there is a continue system. You can reset the game and load from the battery-backed save system. Scrambles may want to consider doing that and seeing if he gets full health.
Look
for
at this
doing
health,
that.
though. Shrambles is managing to
Yeah?
come back from this huge disadvantage. It
Yeah,
took
Scrambles
several
doesn't-
attempts, and unfortunately, Scrambles is now in second. Moss moving into first, but Trambles is almost caught back up.
There you go. Scrambles is through. So he will now be on the same stage as Moss. We'll see if he can catch up the rest of the way. So yeah, every time you hit something in this whack-a-mole bonus game, you get health back. So there is that as a purpose for the bonus games.
Oh, I like this answer about clown activities if you have no clown skills. And one of them was tell appropriate jokes and then hurt yourself, but not too seriously. Yeah, you don't want to like go in front of kids and like break your arm. That's a little too serious of an injury.
So
You know,
Skytrap just
they might
found
laugh,
a
but-
rat. That's real interesting. Skytrap went off into the lava on this stage and just bounced in the lava until his HP ran out. But when he returned to solid ground, where he would, do the animation actually die, he landed on a health pickup and it saved him. So
Yeah,
if you know where the health pickups are, you can just bounce in out of bounds all the way down the stage and make sure you land on a health pickup when you return to bounds and you'll be fine.
That's really not a bad plan. I like
If
it.
you can pull it off, it's amazing.
Ooh,
No, you do still have to pick
Shrambles
up
missed the diamond. I would be frustrated.
Yeah, you cannot go back. You can only go forward. The one downside to just bouncing out of bounds is you have to pick up all 4 card suits, but you might be able to pull it off.
True. It honestly depends. Have you already gotten those suits that would be in that stretch? Because if so, yeah, just damage boost. That's fine.
Truth. I like how Scrambles got a bonus little interlude stage and just walked off the side of the platform. Probably not so happy after getting a downgrade from one, just deciding to skip them.
Bonk. Yeah, I would agreed. I can't use my words now. I don't know why everyone... Well, it's because I've been talking for like 5 hours. Okay, so I know why.
This snow stage is another one where you're on some kind of vehicle and can't really fully stop. Scrambles did finish the stage, but is missing one of the orbs. So, there's that diamond that was missed, coming back to haunt. Moggs is on the other side of this, having finished, having missed the heart. And landing on a landmine. Why are there landmines on a ski slope? I don't know.
Well, I mean, where else are you gonna put them? Okay, probably like literally anywhere else is a decent... Yeah, there are a lot of places to
not
put
in the
landmines.
ground to begin with.
Then they're not going to be landmines, are they?
Well, landmines are...
I don't like this music.
Not good. Let's just put it that way.
Wow, this music is bad. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take it back. I said that the music in this game was great. I'll say some of the music in this game is great, but this track is not one of those.
You don't like the janked out horror theme?
I like that it exists. I don't like listening to it. Like, no, honestly, if you're going to make an auto-running game about a clown, this is not music you ever had. Oh my gosh, it sounds a little bit like Majora's Mask in some ways, and that makes it even worse. Like,
No, see, I don't have a problem with clowns, but I'm more of a fan of, like, Harlequin Jester types. And I don't know if those are a separate taxonomy or not.
well, yeah, they're usually, like, less performing for kids, more performing for adults. And because that, the type of humor becomes very different. Also, they can definitely do a lot more mocking of other people, whereas clowns in their nature are generally self-deprecating.
That's true.
Yeah, honestly, if... I wouldn't mind being a jester. Like, I think that playing bad video games is pretty much the closest to the jester style of things when it comes to speedrunning or any type of video game stuff.
Okay, so, if you were to
the jesters, yeah.
This is kind of a question for chat more than anything. If you were to construct a D&D alignment chart, where would, like, jesters, clowns, and mimes and such fall on that? Discuss amongst yourselves, I'm curious.
It really depends. They're never going to fall under lawful at all. But I could see... I could definitely see neutral and chaotic depending on what they're doing. As for good, neutral, or evil, it really depends on what their overall goals are. But yeah, I would definitely say neutral or chaotic.
I love how chat seems to have very many different answers. And yes, we have Scrambles on stage 7, Mogs on stage 7. This is the like the turning point where after this stage we'll start seeing recycles of some of the tile sets. It kind of works like Cool Spot does, where you do all the tile sets and you start doing some of them again as you head to the back half of the game.
Yeah.
But this is going extremely well for everyone. I played the game an hour lightly. I played the SNES version more, and I couldn't get very far in it just because the hitboxes were so weird.
Oh wait, never mind. I actually agree with jesters being chaotic, but they could be good, neutral, or evil. Sorry, I needed to get that across. You can be good chaos. It's fine.
Yeah, I think jesters would be chaotic good, and mimes would be lawful evil.
Mimes are... I mean, I want to argue that mimes could be good, but I don't think I've ever seen a good mime.
Now, when you say a good mime, do you which good do you mean here?
I don't know. There was a lot of blood. Let me just say.
Oh no! Both Scrambles and Mogs have all 4 orbs for this level, so we just need to see who will finish this level first.
Yeah.
Scrambles is very low on health.
But there we go.
A little bit.
It's done.
It's done.
And then Mog's right behind him. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be close for a while.
Orb. They both one attempted that too. One looped it. Very good.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody in chat, by the way, pointing out that jesters are often members of the court and therefore should be considered lawful. But the thing is, jesters are specifically given permission to do things that a normal member of the court is not allowed to do. That's right.
Jesters are the insubordinate of the royal court, so absolutely they're chaotic. They bring chaos to an otherwise lawful construct.
They are specifically there for that purpose.
Yeah, it's one of my, going on a complete tangent, one of my favorite things about the chaos magic sect of Thanaterans is that every Thanateros lodge has a person whose job is to mock the crap out of the lodge leader and cannot be punished for it.
Ooh.
It's like, I want to do this.
That would be fun. That would be fun. I feel like I'd be able to do that, but not cross, like, the line. And by the line, I mean, like, you know, the line. Because there has to be a line somewhere, right?
Not necessarily. I mean, there could be a plane.
My gosh. That was dumb.
It was. I'm sorry.
I enjoyed it, but it was dumb.
And yet you keep having me back for some reason.
Yeah, I love to have you here. It's
now.
Fantastic.
Oh, okay. We're in Bowser's castle, and Bowser has left rakes all over the place to step on, because you got to have the rake joke in a clown game, right?
Oh my gosh. There are no leaves here. Why would you put a rake in your... Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay.
Maybe Bowser's a Ruby coder. Oh, okay, that one was really dumb. Never mind.
I don't get it, and that means, yes, it truly was stupid.
Maybe like 10% of chat got it. It was that dumb.
Okay, I need to do minus Loach, because Yahoo Answers has a lot of information about clown loaches, and I don't care about those. And no fish. No loach, no fish.
I might have just started a programming language argument in chat. I'm sorry. Look, I have to code in Ruby because I do work in Puppet. It's not my choice. I'm a Python dev by nature.
I've done a little Python. I'm not a coder or a scripter or anything, but I've done a little Python.
Did you? No, I'm not gonna. That joke's not appropriate for here. Never mind.
Wow. I've got a few thoughts, and it might have to do with the one clown question I couldn't say on stream. So
okay,
we're gonna avoid
freak
that.
back to the race for a moment here. Scrambles and Mogs are still neck and neck, and it's wild. They keep one attempting rounds, so they're auto running everything, auto scrolling everything, so they stay in lockstep. It may be the mini game that decides lead here. It looks like Scrambles is trying to just win.
Hey, that was a good hit.
There we go. So having just taken the golf mini game and hit the ball as hard as possible gave Scrambles a bit of a lead.
Yeah, honestly, like, it's just so close between those two. We could potentially see a game completion here. Who knows? I don't know. Okay, so there is this question on Yahoo Answers. Very important here. I want to be a clown. Exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point, question mark? I want to be a clown that works at kids' birthday parties. What do I have to do? Do you have any advice for aspiring clowns?
So I learned something fairly recently. There is apparently a clown union with a really strict honor code, like one of the strictest industrial honor codes I've seen.
Really?
Yeah. Like, to be a fully like quote unquote certified clown, there is a very strict code of decorum and presentation of what exactly you do as a clown.
Actually, the top answer here actually talks about joining a union. So that's pretty solid advice, I'd say. Yahoo Answers says join a union, so you should too.
Yeah, someone in chat brings up a good point. They work with kids, so they better have a strict honor code.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, every unionized clown has like copyrighted their specific method of face painting.
I can imagine that. Oh, yeah, I hate really this music. Please, Windrider Shiva, beat this stage. I really want to not hear this anymore. I hate this stage music.
So our two Forerunner racers have reached the looping point where level themes are recycling. They have not reset.
Yeah.
Are we gonna see we might see completions. What the heck? I'm not supposed to beat this game. Oh no, Mog's missed an orb. That may be the exciting thing.
Ooh, yeah, that is a fairly big setback. Tramble's still making a good push. We've still got 14 minutes, though. Like, Trambles could potentially miss one on this stage, and if so, then, it would be a setback for him. But he's done a very good job of being able to figure out where these orbs are going to appear.
It's just you hit every balloon and hope you don't end up in a situation where there's a mutually exclusive choice and an orb is in one of them.
I love that jump followed by the boulder immediately just pummeling the clown into the ground. So good.
These levels are the prior levels but ruder. It's gonna be a time.
Yeah. Whap! Take that, clown.
Bonk. Yeah, Windrider Shiva has been getting licked by the ghost for a good amount of time now. This level's really hard, especially because there are places where you pretty much have to take damage with the jumps you can't quite make. And then Skytrap is on the ice level, getting pummeled by ice blocks, which, no blame here. This level is rude.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Windrider Shiva, I am so cheering for you. I believe you are in last at this moment, and it's sad, but I'm cheering for you so that we can hear new music. Yes!
You always end up, we always end up rooting for the person who's giving audio for that reason. They have a little bit of a, I guess it's a home field advantage, as home field as you can get in Kuso6rande.
I don't think there is any advantage, but it's home field. It's the home field
No
existence. It's
clown.
like, here they are.
So Scrambles is being extremely methodical and making sure he hits every balloon, which, having had to repeat the stage, is a good play, but I think I had that backwards. No, it was Moggs that had to repeat the stage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shrambles is definitely in the lead at this point, although this stage is not really doing any favors.
No. Yeah, Scrambles is being methodical and picking up everything, just to make sure nothing is missed, which, on one hand, will hopefully make sure nothing is missed, but on the other hand, may give an opening for Moggs. That's what I meant to say.
These boulders!
That
There's
is a
just
rude
not
place for
enough
an orb.
time to react. There's not enough time. That is the biggest crime here. Oh, Shrambles moving on to the next stage with not very much health.
Yeah, we gotta pray for a bonus stage here. Scrambles has 39 coins, so one should happen. As far as I can tell, whether or not you get a bonus stage is determined by how many coins you have, and then your coins are the fuel for how long you can, for one, what stage you get, and two, what bonus game you get. Unfortunately, Scrambles gets air hockey, which is, it's not an expedient mini game.
Yeah, but just getting a few in. There we go. I think that was 2.
3. Unfortunately, the air hockey is also not a game that can give you a lot of health.
Yeah.
Number of chances, period. And this is not a good place to have half health. Hopefully Scrambles will get some health pickups. Just missed one there, unfortunately.
Yeah, the third one, I thought they knocked it into their own goal, but it didn't give Shrambles health. So that's possibly a bug. Devs, if you're watching this, you might want to go back and fix the game. Or, you know what, just do a recall, okay? Bring this game back to your studios. Don't, you know, please.
Scrambles is gonna play the little bonus segment here in hopes of getting some health or some invulnerability or something. Invulnerability. Oh, like, you still fall down, but you don't lose health.
Oh, okay. I like the beefy icon for when you're invincible. It's good stuff.
Okay, I will admit, a buff clown actually does scare me a little bit. Like, that's not okay.
I
Just
actually
like-
feel like a buff clown would be more approachable because they'd seem more real, you know?
Like, Choaniki buff?
Sure.
No, I don't want that.
Give me those clowns with all them muscles. Yeah.
Okay, I want to time this out. Carrot Top is a clown, think about it.
Nope. Nope. Gotta sing my nope song. Nope.
So yes, Scrambles got trolled by Blackjack the evil clown and finished the rail cart stage missing the diamond. So we get to see it again, but Scrambles has full health.
Ooh, how about this? Meaning of dream of telemarketing clowns. Yes, it's as weird as it sounds. First, my ex died in the dream, and I soon found out he was still alive, and he kept showing up in my house even though I kept telling him he had to leave. Not sure how one thing led to another, but I was driving alongside a long, desolate road at night. Every so often, I was stopped by this creepy group of clowns who were waiting in the middle and on the sides of the roads. The only way I can describe it is that they were like telemarketers. They kept trying to get me to take something or buy something. I can't remember. Keep telling them no and have to start on my way and keep going down the road only to meet the group again. Any possible meaning?
You gave me the weird thought with the whole clowns that, you know, keep trying to sell you stuff but won't take no for an answer, of like Latter-day Saint door-to-door clowns.
Oh my gosh. I do know of some missionaries, some Mormon missionaries who dressed up as ghosts and ran through a graveyard. So yeah, let's just say I moved into a place where that had happened not too long before that, so we had to deal with some of the fallout of the missionaries running around as ghosts.
Okay, Scrambles has all 4 orbs. Hopefully we'll see a finish of this. Monska is a stage behind, trying to get some health back. And fortunately, Windrunner Shiva has escaped the heck that is the horror level. No more getting licked by ghosts.
Aw. Well, I mean, that's
the
really
ice level
good.
for quite some time. Is having an extremely rough run with this game. This is my experience.
Yeah, is
Getting stuck on
Skytrap
stage 4 for an hour.
is Skytrap currently in last then?
Yes.
Yeah, the ice stage is really cruel here.
This is where I got stuck. The Skytrap's experience is pretty similar to mine. Definitely not saying that this is a bad showing by any means. Just holy heck, Scrambles and Moggs are doing amazing, and Shiva's doing really well too.
I just love this giant mouth that eats all of the ice. Now, for those who are just showing up, Trambles appears to be on the same stage as Skytrap, but he is not. This is a very much later stage in the game. So Trambles is in the lead, Mox at the bottom right. She is in second, Windrunner Shiva in third, and Skytrap in fourth.
That's right. I had thought there were 11 stages because I thought I counted 11 keys when I played a couple of hours and then went, heck it, I'm going to watch a long play. I might have been mistaken because this is, I don't believe, the final stage.
This level is just brutal, the one that Trambles is playing on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. What did he even trip on? Not trap.
I mean, there's a lot to trip on. Do you want an itemized list of what he could have tripped on?
Oh, I think, you know, look at the screen. It's probably all of that. Ooh, I love it.
Monk's got to the end of the stage with only 1 orb. That's gonna hurt. How do you find this music, bro?
It's okay. Definitely better. Like, the cave music is definitely the worst that I've heard so far. Oh, what is a good weapon and skills for clowns? I think this has to be the last question I look up. Because
Blackjack.
Yeah, and they have to have one for each of these categories. First, medieval fantasy. Second, steampunk. Third, contemporary. I think that's where the blackjack falls in. D, futuristic. And E, post-apocalyptic. Okay, so this person, the top answer says that for medieval fantasy, go with a colorful flail. Very brightly colored flail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for steampunk, baseball bat with nails in it.
Sure.
Okay, yeah, I suppose. Okay, they say for contemporary, a doll with lots of crazy sharp items attached to its head. I don't like this. I do not
know where this is going. Like, I started out in agreement, and now it's kind of going south.
Yeah. Okay, D, futuristic, hypnotic yo-yo.
Okay.
That could literally be any time period. Come on. Post-apocalyptic, the weapon would be a baby's hand. I'm not... That's what they wrote! That's what they wrote! top answer on Yahoo Answers recommends a baby's hand.
2.0.
Yeah, Shrambles has beaten Ice 2. I love that.
So, I mean, if a clown were gonna hypnotize someone, I would go with a spinning bow tie with like a swirl pattern on it.
I'd just go with like hiring a hypnotist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that way I don't have to practice anything. I'd be a lazy hypnotic clown. Yeah, Shrambles is one stage ahead of Mugsk. We are moving back into the caves for Shrambles. I think that it's pretty much locked in. Shrambles is in the lead, Mox in second, Windrider Shiva third, and Skytrap fourth. I don't foresee anything changing. I mean, the stages are just so long.
Yeah. This is pretty locked in, I think.
Oh my gosh. This cave level, it's worse than the first.
So we had the situation where Moggs missed an orb where otherwise Shrambles did not, and that turns out to have made the difference because, as it turns out, Moggs is exactly one stage behind and had to repeat a stage. So it's always a shame when it comes down to one mistake, you know, but that's what happened here.
Yep. I've been in a hypnotist show one time, by the way. They didn't use spinning bow tie, though. Kind of disappointing, really.
You were involved in what? I'm sorry.
I was hypnotized.
Okay.
Except, like, it's one of those things where, honestly, you know, I was still very conscious of everything going on, and such. But I just felt really good the entire time. So yeah, maybe that's all hypnotism is. It just makes you feel really good, and then you're like, yeah, whatever, I'll do whatever you tell me to.
It's a flow state. Trance is closely associated with the kind of flow state you get into when playing like a rhythm game, where you don't have to consciously think about what you're doing, just what you're doing comes naturally.
Yeah.
So it's not like someone mind controls you. It's just your default action is to comply with what you are told to do by the hypnotist.
Well, everybody here, I think you have all been hypnotized by the game because it is time. Oh, yeah, we got really distracted by that hypnotism section, but that's what hypnotism does.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, so at this point, Shrambles takes the victory. Mox in the bottom right takes second, Windrider Shiva third, and Skytrap fourth. That is the order that I see right now. Yeah, so how do you think they did?
They did really well. Like I said, my performance when I tested this for an hour was pretty close to what we saw from Skytrap. And I don't consider myself bad at blind games by any stretch of the imagination.
No, you usually do really well.
So Shrambles and Moggs just blew me out of the water. I did not expect them to get to stage 13. Shiva did really well too.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Shrambles, hello there. Congratulations on your victory.
Thank you so much, Brossentia.
Yeah, honestly, Tristan is just amazed at how far you made it. And, you know, I've never played the game personally, but beating the second ice stage, only one other person made it there. People who played and tested this before didn't make it nearly that far. You just destroyed this game.
Yeah, my thumb hurts.
Oh no, why?
I was just holding down the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah, you have to hold down to accelerate.
So yeah, talk to me about this game. What was your experience? What do you think of this game?
Honestly, I wouldn't say this is a bad game. It's definitely unique. I don't think it's fun to play. I mean, and those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Honestly, watching it, I like the graphics. I like the audio. I personally don't mind too much. Like, Tristan was like, the most frustrating part is that, you get hit and then, funny things happen to your character, but you're losing time. And I thought, if that's kind of the point of the game, I'm not exactly opposed to that. But it still definitely fits into the whole kusoge aspect of games, that it's just not like very many other games out there.
I mean, aesthetically, it has the vibe of like a really old Saturday morning cartoon show.
Yeah.
Like, the characters are nicely designed, despite the fact that they're clowns. And I mean, it's just slapstick.
Yeah.
I mean, the scream that Kid Clown makes is like the classic Tom and Jerry scream.
We got to hear that a lot, too.
Yeah. Definitely yelling a lot. Yeah, I agree. Like, I'm really impressed with how the game looks. It looks so cool. I'm trying to think what else. The biggest thing is that, there are some other games out there that have some of those frustrating aspects, but usually, like, the overall goal isn't necessarily to go fast in those areas. I'm thinking Paperboy kind of fits inside that genre of lots of obstacles in the way, but that it doesn't really matter if you go fast as long as you get the newspapers in the right place.
I also want to note the random mini games that just happened, not at the end of the stages, but just in the middle of the stages when you mess up for some reason.
Yeah, that's
I was very confused when that happened.
Like,
yeah, it's hitting a specific obstacle, kicks you into a mini game, and it's just why? What?
yeah, I was wondering, are they in set locations, the mini games, or are they just completely random when they pop up?
I was under the impression they're in set locations.
I think they might be. Like, that's sort of what I saw, that when people would hit a specific obstacle, they would end up going into one of the mini games. But still, weird to have them in quasi random looking locations. Did you also get a downgrade at one point? Trambles?
I mean, there was like a slip power up. Like, from what I saw, there was like a health power up, which just basically gave you all your health back. The strongman power up, which just made you invulnerable for a short time. And I have no idea what slip power up did.
Yeah, we were trying to figure that out. I didn't know either because I didn't happen to get that when I was testing this.
It honestly,
and it wasn't even on the
to...
ice stage.
Yeah,
it was on another stage.
Yeah, you played just exactly the same as you did before. Like, I didn't notice any difference just watching. So we'll go ahead and say that maybe it does nothing.
The best kind of power-ups.
Yeah. Well, I think that's pretty much all that we have for today, except Trambles. Do you stream anything else over at your channel? Or if not, any games that you're playing that you're really loving these days?
I don't typically stream that often. I always tell myself I'm going to stream more, and then when I get to that point, I'm just like, I'd rather nap.
Oh, I know that feeling.
But for things like I'm usually hanging around the Mystery Funhouse Discord.
Oh, cool.
And I'm actually the co-host of Blasphemous Roar's mystery show. Which is the mystery game show that nobody knows what it's going to be until the day of.
Ooh.
Except for Roar and I, who are making the show. So we're a little bit on a hiatus right now, but if you want to come and see some people play a Cutthroat Kitchen style video game show sometimes, that was one of our shows, as well as just like kind of a schoolyard draft. We have
Yeah, make sure that, like, tell us when it's going to happen. I would love, helping the community build their own shows and their own programs going on. I think is good for everybody.
Saturday nights at, Roar can correct me if he's watching. He's probably not. I want to say 6 p.m. Eastern. That could be wrong. It might be 7 p.m. Eastern. But we are on a little hiatus right now.
Well, that's okay. Everybody needs a little bit of a break. I think yeah, let's go ahead and call it there. Tomorrow, I will be on GDQ's channel doing a part of the show. We're going to be taking a look at past awful blocks and talking about good memories. That will be fun and should be starting, I believe, 3 p.m. So I'll tweet it out. I'll let people on the Discord know when it's happening. Come on by if you want to chill and talk about GDQ. Speaking of GDQ, submissions for SGDQ are ending tomorrow. So if you were wanting to get something in, you've got till the end of the day tomorrow to do it. Now, let's go ahead and raid Xandra. It appears that she is doing a little bit of a charity stream over there. Okay, did we have a good raid message, anybody? I'm trying to remember.
Didn't have one from my game. There was no text, really.
Lots of screaming, but that's about it. Let me take a look. Is there anything interesting? Why am I looking at...
It's like we had what? We had my game with no text. We had a game in Russian with no text. We had Splunker.
Splunker and the Crow City of Angels. Oh no, that also had clowns. Well, it didn't have... Hey, clown face. Oh, but that's Xandra. I would be so sad about calling Xandra a clown face.
No, there's no Kuso tomorrow.
Okay, you can go ahead and spam empty, and go ahead and put like sad emoji, crying emoji with it, you know. You could put clowns with it as well, I guess, because their souls are empty.
If you really must.
All right, see you everybody Tuesday for Don't Make Us Bored, or if you hop over to GDQ's channel tomorrow during the show, I'll be there. Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Thank you, Shrambles.
Thank you so much, Prosentia and Tristan.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.